Welcome back to the JCPod, partner with Stare Down Sports. I'm your host, Jaden Chandler Parnell, and man, it's that time. What was it, like 20-something weeks up, 20-something weeks down? I don't know, it's like 22, 26, something like that. Doesn't matter, man, it's Super Bowl week. Insane. It's Super Bowl week. Pro Bowl was last week, and shouts to the NFC for winning it. I didn't watch it, I won't lie to you. I'd be lying if I said I did. Saw a few things from the social medias. That was really cool. But yeah, today, I won't lie to you, today's going to be pretty simple. I'm just going to go over some NFL news, talk a little bit about the Super Bowl, and then just kind of go over what the plans are for the going into the summer are going to be pretty much the plans for covering all college basketball season, what all that is. I'll do that pretty much at the end. But yeah, started off NFL news, talk a little bit about that, talk a little bit more about the Super Bowl, and then yeah, like I said, the ending of it, because Thursday's going to be all Super Bowl talk. I wouldn't be shocked if I go an hour. I'm not going to try to go an hour, but pretty much all I'm going to talk about Thursday is every Super Bowl betting prop I have, everything that I like for the Super Bowl, all that jazz. I'm pretty much, I would say 90% done. Probably a good one, 90% done with all the bets and everything I like for the Super Bowl. I'm just doing some last final minute touches. So yeah, without any further ado, like I said, that's going to be pretty much the plan for today. That's the plan for Thursday. Plan for today, like I said, NFL news and all NFL news, Super Bowl talk, plans. So without any further ado, we'll pretty much just hop right into the news. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, there's going to be, I might save some Super Bowl injury news when we talk about the Super Bowl section. If not, I might still read it. So without any further ado, let's get started. It's come out the Chiefs Spagnuolo would love another shot as an NFL head coach. So I'd love another shot, but I'm okay if we keep going to Super Bowls. I'll see. I'm surprised his name didn't pop up in any talks. I don't know. I'm surprised. I'm honestly shocked that he wasn't at least interviewed at all. He's been a really, really good DC. I just hope he stays in the DC. It's one of those things where it's like, why change if it's broke? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's the old saying. Like I said, I don't blame him at all if he wants to move on for a head coaching job, but I just feel like where he's at, I feel like a lot of that chief staff right now, it's going to be really, really hard to leave all that, because it's like, man, we just keep going to Super Bowls, we keep winning. That's for sure probably got to be hard. The NFL is going to move a game to Brazil. Sorry, they did something for like the Super Bowl. They pretty much just showed some stuff from the Super Bowl opening night last night. I don't think there was anything too crazy that happened. It was basically just a bunch of questions and everything. Yeah, I don't think anything too crazy happened, so we'll leave that be. But Eagles, to go back to what I was going to say, Eagles are going to host a game in Brazil to open up the NFL season. This was a word from the the owner, I believe, of the Eagles. Yes, the owner of Eagles. He says, "We embrace the opportunity to grow our fan base around the world and bring Eagles football to the 38 million fans in Brazil. One of the world's most culturally diverse nations, Brazil is an international melting pot. We all look forward to experiencing its warm, vibrant, and welcoming environment later this year." When it comes to Roger Goodell, on his view of this, he says, "This landmark first international game in South America demonstrates the ongoing expansion of our global footprint. Playing on Friday night, week one, is a unique way of highlighting our international growth and ambitions." Shout out to the NFL, man. They just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So like I said, this game is going to take place on Friday the 6th. So oddly enough, it'll be Friday, September 6th. So if I'm not mistaken, assuming that this is not the opening night game, we should get a game Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, which would be awesome. I would not be shocked, though, if this ends up being the opening night game. But, they got to do it. I feel like they got to do a game on Thursday, right? Or do they not? I will lie. I've been watching football for all these years. I somehow always forget if they do a game Thursday night on week one or not. They should, I believe. I'm pretty sure they do. I don't know why I'm, so questioning that all of a sudden. I'm pretty sure they do, but yeah, no, I don't know. I won't lie, though. I'm very excited. I just happened to look, and my birthday's on a Sunday this year. Upcoming. That's going to be awesome. I'll tell you what, man. For those of you who don't know, my birthday fall usually probably like 5 years or so. I don't know how the rotation works with 7-day weeks, but every about, we'll just say 4 to 5 years, the NFL so I'll have the NFL fall on opening day fall on my birthday occasionally, but every so often, I I get the lucky thing of, like last year my birthday was on Friday, so NFL season opened up Sunday. Because of that now, birthday's on a Sunday this year. That means NFL season's going to open up on it. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if there's much better birthday present than NFL season opening up on your day. I mean, hey, we obviously won't have the Eagles and whoever they're playing. They haven't announced who they're going to play yet, but I'm very excited for that, man. It's crazy to think that that's what we're looking forward to now. Because after the Super Bowl, it's crazy to think after the Super Bowl game, it's like, all right, we don't got anything till the draft. Wow, we don't have anything till the draft. No, we keep going on. 49ers apparently frustrated with their practice field. This came out yesterday on a report from Adam Schefter. Pretty much, the best way he puts it is he felt like he says it feels like they're walking on sponges. It feels like the grass is like a little bit too soft. So apparently there's a plan in place for them to be, like the NFL's like, hey, if you want, you can go practice on the field the Chiefs are practicing on, and then we'll try to fix this one in between. And then you can go back to that field like next day or something. It was something like that. Where like, hey, you can use this field as well if you don't like this field. And it's, I don't know. I just don't know how to judge it too much because obviously I'm not there to be like, well, this field feels fine, I think. But no, I mean, it's one of those things. It's the NFL highest league or highest paying league in the world, pretty much. I would assume. Maybe soccer has a beat, but I don't think so. I think NFL is highest viewed, highest paid. You would think they could get the grass right. I'm assuming this will be something they can easily fix. But after they had issues last year with the sod in the Super Bowl, so now to hear it coming out like this, it's kind of concerning. I'm hoping the grass will be okay for the Super Bowl. I'm assuming the grass should be fine at least, and hopefully it's just relegated to the sod and everything this year that they're dealing with on the practice fields. Hopefully it's not relegated to the whatever you call it, actual field. Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. The Giants are going to plan to hire, what's his name? Shane Bowen as their DC. The 37-year-old previously served Tennessee Titans defensive coordinator from 2021 to 2023. They allowed about 335 points and 21 points per game. 335 yards, about 21 points a game. I don't think that's horrible. I'm not gonna lie, very interesting to see that Wink Martindale didn't get hired. First off, just realized that because I'm pretty sure he didn't get fired. Or sorry, hired. Because yeah, I think the last thing I think he parts ways with the Giants is kind of out. But yeah, I don't know truly too much about this guy from the Titans. I thought the Titans defense was I think it was solid this year, honestly, for everything that they've dealt with. I thought it was solid, but I don't know if that's like Vrabel's input or if that's this guy. That's the only thing. I would assume most of the defense stuff is based off of him. And then Vrabel did have some insight as well, but I don't know. So I don't know how. I just don't know. I don't think it'll be a bad hire. Generally, it's hard to compare it to Wink Martindale. I don't know. Truthfully, I have no clue. We're watching the Titans completely change from in front of us. It's just some people that are getting jobs versus some that aren't. It just shows you the league is trying to go, I think, in a younger way in general. So there's a lot of new guys. Like I said, the whole team's at 21 points with the Titans, with how bad their offense was at some points too. Pretty impressive, I would say. They obviously had some games where they were horrible, but there's some genuine games where the Titans defense pretty much is the only reason they won that game. The Lions GM said the playoff run was not a fluke. I think a lot of us can agree with that. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't know why he came out and said that. Obviously, I think somebody said something to him, but this is what Brad had to say. I don't want anybody to think that this was a one-shot Cinderella magical journey that just happened. No, it's real. I understand if you have a season like this, it's easy to feel like it's kind of one-shot magical, lucky, cute story, which I'm tired of hearing. It was none of that. I think I agree. I think they're gonna be an impressive team going forward. I'm not here. Excuse me. This is what he goes along to say this as well. I'm not up here to give you I told you so's, but I would say I told you so when selected the player. Says as long as Dan Campbell and I are convicted. And by now, when he said the player, he's pretty much talking about when he selected Dan Campbell to be their head coach. I'm convicted to select as long as Dan Campbell and I are convinced selecting these players. If you sleep like a baby, then we slept like a baby after we selected those players. All the criticism came and transpired the day after the draft or the week after the draft. You can't be a prisoner in the moment. So pretty much this guy just came out and basically gave the middle finger to everyone, politely of course, and said, I told you so, we knew this was going to happen. And I think I agree with him. I won't lie, especially based off the draft. Their draft is really, I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. The draft, I guess the best way to put it, the draft really impressed me because a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people came out and bashed it, and like they took a running back high, they took a tight end high, and usually those are two positions. Like, whoa, why are you drafting those? You can just easily get those, and of course, both of them turned out really good. So shout out to the Lions, man, for real. They made some shit happen. Taylor Swift, nothing. That's actually not important. It was just something basically saying how you could bet on some Taylor Swift props and everything. I'm not gonna go that far. I'll bet on the coin toss, and I'll bet on some other stuff, but I ain't going to bet on, like, what shirt someone's going to wear. The Commanders apparently offered the head coaching drama to McDonald before it was signed by Dan Quinn. And pretty much sounds like Seattle. So they were planning on hiring McDonald. They wanted a McDonald, and then, sure enough, the Seahawks ended up having just slightly a little bit more money, so that's pretty much what ended up being the killer, is that the Seahawks gave him a little bit more money than what the Commanders did, so he ended up being a Seahawk. Yeah, I don't think there's any much over there. That pretty much sums it up best. 49ers were interested in Brady apparently last season with the Brock Purdy injury. Apparently Kyle Shanahan came out and said, like, if Brock Purdy was seriously injured, we were actually interested in potentially looking at Tom Brady, which is wild to think about because... Excuse me, he didn't look like the best end of season. You compare what the Bucs did with him gone and what the 49ers did with Brock Purdy this year. Would have been really interesting, honestly. Would have been really, really interesting to see like what Tom Brady could have done with this team. Because truthfully, I don't know if they would have been any better with Tom Brady. Honestly, just because you saw some of the plays like last week when Brock Purdy's runs saved them in that game a lot. Now, would they be down that much with Tom Brady? I don't know. But I just think there was a lot of situations where Brock Purdy being a bit more youthful will help him out. Apparently Le'Veon Bell's not going to come back. He said he's going to start training a little bit more in March, and then his plan is to come back and play for the Steelers. When I go out there and train in March, and if I hit April and I make a decision to come back to play NFL again, mark my words, I'll be better than I ever was. He will be out there. I just don't think this happens, so I won't lie. That's hilarious. There's some comment in this article that I was reading, and somebody was like, he has a, I think, what did he say? Sorry. I want to repeat this because somebody, wants to play for a team that has questions at every position except for his. That is hilarious, because that is very true. The one position that the Pittsburgh Steelers are probably set on is edge rusher with DJ Watt and Alex Highsmith, and running back with Warren and Najee. Yeah, I won't lie. It just sucks because Le'Veon Bell was insane, man. Like, obviously there's people who know if you're older, if you're a bit younger, you might have missed it out. But Le'Veon Bell was, truthfully great. He was one of the best. He had a scary run between 15 and 17, pretty much. And him getting hurt in the 2017 playoff game was a huge killer for the Steelers against, I forget if they played the Jags or Patriots, whichever one it was. It was a huge killer. It's just crazy, man, because then he wants to go to the Jets pretty much, and that's when his career went off track. It's crazy. It's just crazy how some NFL careers go. You're so great somewhere else, and then you get money. Like, he got a shit ton of money. He gets money, goes somewhere else, and ends up not being nearly as good at all. It's just crazy. They just didn't use him right and everything, but it's just crazy how they say the grass is greener on the other side. But sometimes, maybe that grass is just brown and dead grass. The Panthers are going to have Evero return as their DC under Canales. I don't know. I can't really judge them because their team was just so horrible last year. Might be not been a move. The Commanders are going to end up hiring Cliff Kingsbury as their OC. So apparently things fell through with the Raiders. It sounds like it was all over that third year. Apparently Cliff wanted a third year on his deal, and the Raiders were pretty much like, I don't know if we're going to sign that. They pretty much told him, like, if you can go find a third year somewhere else, good luck. We'll sit here with our two we offered you, and then he ended up getting a third somewhere else. So it's just very weird because it was basically as last minute as it gets. The way Adam Schefter explained it was pretty much like when they announce deals like this on media, especially like the higher end ones, like not the. I'm not going to be one to call people out, but like the JPA footballs, ML footballs, like they are truly putting shots in the dark. So yes, it might be true, but I would say 5 times out of 10, maybe even a higher hit rate than that. They are just putting out a random story that has nothing to do with anything, but when the people like Rappaport, Schefter, all those people are actually reporting like, hey, this guy is signing. They are signing. You sit there, it's like, oh, okay, so it's fully confirmed. Pretty much what they made it sound like, it was all confirmed. They were pretty much right there to sign it. And then this last little hiccup with the third year came up, and then they just had to deal with that for the whole time. Pretty much had to deal with that. And then, that's what led him becoming the Raiders OC, which is very interesting. They don't even have a quarterback yet. Or, sorry, the Commanders. So he went to the Commanders, and they don't even have a quarterback yet either. So they're going to be Drake May. Is going to be Caleb Williams. It's going to be very interesting. I would not be shocked to see him trade up to 2 now. I mean, trade up to 1 now from 2. But I don't know I just don't know. I truly do not know what they're going to do now. They do have Cliff Kingsbury, so it makes you wonder, like, are they going to try to do something for Caleb Williams? But I mean, at the same time, he doesn't have to always be just tied to Caleb Williams. So we'll have to see. It's going to be very interesting to see what they decide to do with our boy. Greg Roman is getting hired to the Chargers in a prominent role. I don't know if they actually said what the role is going to be yet, but Roman has worked for John Harbaugh before, for the Baltimore Ravens, and then he served as tight ends coach, assistant head coach, and the offensive coordinator. The other Harbaugh, I just don't know. Roman's known for the run schemes and everything, but I don't know if the plan is for them to run too much. I wonder if the plan is just like get him in there to be like, hey, help us like exploit some of this stuff in the offense. I would love to see the QB run game they might do with Mahomes with Herbert if they decide to do that. What the run games could be with Eckler if they keep him. I will admit that's the part I am intrigued in. But yeah, moving forward, Patrick Mahomes' dad got arrested again for a DUI. There's really nothing much more need to go into it. He was sentenced to 40 days in jail, pretty much. This was from before. So I wonder, this is like another time he's been caught, so it's going to be very, very interesting to see what they... Sorry, I was off that screen the whole time. I was just trying to figure out if there's much more to share. Not really. I mean, he just got arrested again. They just need to probably... Hopefully somebody can help him out, because I'm pretty sure this is like the second or third time this has happened now, so I don't... Hopefully they just give him the help he needs. The Chiefs are, by the way... I didn't forget to bring this up. First team that potentially win back-to-back Super Bowls since the Patriots in 2003-2004. Great. That's been a long time. That's about... I was pretty much... Well, I was probably about 4 years old when that happened then. About 4-ish. Crazy. Crazy. Bill Belichick came out and thanked the fans for his 24 years there. I don't know what's going to happen. It's crazy to think that he's this close to the record and he's just not going to... Man, that's just crazy. He might not break that record. I think he's going to definitely get hired next season. It's just wild to think that there's a year where Bill Belichick's there's not going to be a coach. It's just crazy to think that's a real thing. The Bears' hearts Jalen Johnson, his heart's in Chicago, mine's on his money. What a line. That can be put that down, lyrical. I do like how he is being honest about this, though. The Bears are probably going to mess... I hate to say it, I hope the Bears don't mess this up, but they probably will because of the Bears. They have one of the best corners in the league on their hand. He's been a young stud, truthfully. If they were smart, they would try to keep him because... the biggest thing is, I know they don't want to pay him too much. It's a new regime. So that's what we're going to see. But knowing the Bears, they'll probably find a way to screw this up. I hope they don't, but they probably will. He's one of the better quarters in the games. Hopefully, if they do decide to get rid of him and let him walk, they at least get something for him. But we'll see. The Raiders are going to hire Luke Getsy to fill their offensive coordinator role. Getsy was the OC in Chicago for the last 2 years. It's crazy, though. They went from Kingsbury to Getsy. I just don't know. I don't know if I want to blame the offense the last few years on Justin Fields or if I want to blame it on Luke Getsy. Like some of the issues they have. I don't know, man. I don't think Getsy will be a horrible choice, but it's just... I think Cliff Kingsbury as an OC was probably a slightly better move than Getsy. I'm just trying to think. I don't know what Getsy... Especially with the younger... I don't know, man. I just truly don't know. This is another one of those ones where I'm just reading. It's like, I don't want to be completely wrong and say, oh, this boy trash, and he ends up being a good OC. I just don't know what to expect from him at all because of the Bears. Man, the Bears were horrible for a lot of the time. Then magically they had some weeks where they were really good. And it's just like, man, was that Justin Fields holding them back or was it the offense holding them back? So that's kind of where I'm stuck at. So I'm probably just going to lean on leaving that be. We'll come back to that news maybe a little bit in the summer. Giants blocked Seahawks from interviewing Kafka as their OC. So apparently teams have to get permission to interview candidates for lateral moves. Oh. So pretty much you can tell. So pretty much if a team's trying to hire another guy's offensive C, you can just pretty much tell them, I think you pretty much tell them to fuck off. Hey, piss off, boy. Pretty much I think that's what they're doing. Which is really insane. I didn't think that's a real thing. I mean, it makes sense, but from a business standpoint, it kind of makes sense. Like if you have a manager over here, you don't want to just give away your manager because another team wants him or needs him, or another business wants him or needs him if he's good for you. Yeah, no, it's very interesting. It's just wild. I guess I never realized that was a thing. So it's really interesting that they have their rule in place. If I'm Giants, it makes sense for strategic regions. I mean, why would you give up your OC if you like him and you don't want to lose him? Matabike, when he on free agency, said Baltimore's home, but business is business. Very same sentiment to what Jalen Johnson has been saying. I'll be interested to see if the Ravens keep him. Matabike actually had a really, really good season last year. Which is hilarious because now half the fans are like, pay the man, the other half are like, bye, bro. If you don't want to be here, don't be here. Just hilarious. Oh, let's see. Patriots, McAdoo discussing offensive staff role. I don't know what that's going to mean. Dolphins hire Ravens to sit Weaver as new DC. I don't think this is too bad of a move at all. I mean, shout out to the Ravens, man. They're getting the Ravens defensive staff is literally getting their house pretty much clean. If that doesn't tell you how good their defense played this year, I don't know what to tell you. Their whole defense staff is pretty much getting eaten up, and they're getting jobs everywhere. Mike Zimmer meets with the Cowboys about the DC rule. Apparently, it's between Mike Zimmer and Ron Rivera. I won't lie. I don't know how I feel about either of those. He has a really good defensive mind. I will admit, Zimmer is a really, really good defensive mind. So maybe being only on the defense won't be as bad for him instead of being a head coach as well. But I truthfully don't know, man. This is another one of those moves that it's going to be very. I know I'm saying that for a lot of these moves, but this is another one. I would probably pick Zimmer over Rivera personally, but I don't because I feel like when Rivera took over the defense for the Commanders, it got worse when they fired Jack Del Rio. The Texans said that Round's rookie season was not surprising. Which I won't lie, I think the more we look at it now, the Texans were definitely the people that release stuff. Sorry, I got something in my eye. I'm going to try to talk while getting it out. I don't think it's surprising to say that the Texans were the ones who released that news saying that C.J. Stroud was pretty much dumb and he didn't know how to take a test. I think it's pretty safe to say they were the ones who released that because they've been very happy with what he's done. He has looked awesome. He looked awesome last year. As a Colts fan, it's like, man, makes me kind of wish we got that guy instead of Anthony Richardson. As much as I love Anthony Richardson, I'm very excited to see what he's going to do this upcoming season. You just watch C.J. Stroud play, and I feel like a lot of people, even people who got Bryce Young, especially the Panthers fans. I bet Panthers fans are really excited. They're like, man, we could have had that guy. Now, will he play the same at the Panthers? I don't know. They weren't that good as the Texans were well-rounded, but I think that C.J. Stroud hit the perfect spot, perfect. I mean, it's just literally perfect. He couldn't play much better. He played pretty awesome, and he has a staff around him that's very well. Bobby Wagner said the Seahawks coaching change won't impact his free agency. I hope he stays. It would be awesome if he was a Seahawk for life. The Bills' old, I think it's DC Frazier, expects to join the Seahawks. Yeah, Leslie Frazier plans on joining the Seahawks. Might not be a horrible move. It probably won't be too bad. I just think the Seahawks do need some change. I don't know if he's going to be a DC or what, though. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't even know what his job's going to be. He's going to join as associate. He's expected to join as an associate head coach. So I don't know what that's going to do, but we'll see. Diggs said, I can't control whether I'll be with the Bills or not in 2024. Oh, he said, I can't control whether I'll be with the Bills. He said, I don't know. I feel like as far as the money and all that type of stuff, I can't control none of that. All right, so it sounds like there's going to be more Stephon Diggs drama this offseason. There was a little bit last season, but not too. I think it's going to be a little bit more bigger this year. Carl Weathers also passed away a few days ago. Rest in peace to him. Also, Toby Keith passed away this morning, I'm pretty sure. That's something I wanted to look up. I meant to talk about it. Really wild. I kind of, right before I got on, I'm just kind of looking, and I see Pat McAfee post something about rest in peace Toby Keith. I'm like, Toby Keith? That's the Toby Keith I'm thinking of? And then sure enough, yeah, he legit died. Apparently he had stomach cancer. That's honestly really sad, man. I'm prayers out to him and all his family and everything, obviously. That really sucks. Man, that sucks. Yeah, you just wake up this... Man, I don't have anything better to say. That honestly, truly just sucks. Saints are working out the hire 49ers QB as their new OC. Sure, might not be too bad. Chargers, Harbaugh predicts McCarthy to be the first QB drafted. I gotta hear his reasoning. Arm talent, athleticism, it factor, winning with numbing reputation, Harbaugh replied. Don't be surprised when he goes. He's the number one quarterback off the board. That's my prediction right now. Shout out to Harbaugh, man. Believe in his boy. I honestly would not be shocked if McCarthy ends up getting drafted to the Chargers as a backup. I know he might probably end up somewhere else and actually playing, but that would be an interesting thought to have. Tua expects to sign an extension with the Dolphins as well. Bridgewater now is becoming a high school coach at his old high school. Chiefs' underdog status has lit a fire under some guys, and they're an underdog again. I'm excited to see them in the Super Bowl, boy. The Bucs are hiring Kentucky's Liam Cohen as their new OC. So pretty much he's going from the OC of Kentucky to now the OC of the Bucs. Shouldn't be too bad of a move. A lot of these college coaches now are coming up, and a lot of them seem pretty good from what I've been reading. So I'm interested to see how this Kentucky OC does. Keenan Allen, I'll absolutely return to the Chargers in 2024. Yes, sir, you know it. He's 100% going to want to play with Harbaugh now. I think there's a chance that maybe Keenan Allen probably wanted to leave if they kept Staley, but now I think that Staley's gone, a lot of those Chargers players probably feel a whole lot different. Bill Callahan expected to join Sun's staff on the Titans. That'd be very, very interesting. Like I said, the Titans are going to be a really interesting team this year. They got a bunch of new faces, everything's pretty much brand new. I'm not going to say they're going to be the laughingstock of the AFC South, but I definitely think they're going to be one of the worst teams in the AFC South. And then I think they will slowly get better. I think they're probably going to be at the bottom for a week or two. Patriots hire Van Pelt as their OC. He is spent the past 4 seasons as Cleveland Browns offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach. More change there. GM interested in negotiating a long-term deal with Jordan Love. That's the Packers GM. The Ravens are promoting Orr to their DC as McDonald's replacement, and that's Zach Orr, who was, I'm pretty sure, the inside linebackers coach. They're going to have to promote a lot because, like I said, they're losing a lot of people. Canales wants to focus on elevating young, which is very important. Obviously, Commanders are hiring Dan Quinn as their head coach, and he is not going to keep Eric Bieniemy on his staff, so we'll be very curious to see how Eric Bieniemy, what happens with him. I wouldn't be shocked if he ends up going back to the Chiefs if nobody hired him. I wonder if the Chiefs would take him back. And if they did take him back, I wonder what his role would be. I think that's going to be it, though, for the news. I pretty much went through a lot. There's actually a lot more than I... Patrick Mahomes also said it's truly surreal to be playing his 4th Super Bowl. I can imagine, 4 in 5-6 years? That's insane. No, I won't lie. There's a lot more news than I expected. A lot of wild stuff going on around the NFL. So when it comes to Super Bowl talk, like I said, we honestly already went 30 minutes, which is pretty good. I didn't think I would go that long. Oh, something hilarious. Kadarius Toney said, yeah, if I get the ball on if he's the number 1 receiver in the league. I don't know why he's saying all this when... I mean, bro, you realize the Super Bowl's upcoming, right? I mean, you're just trying to make it hard for them to want to play you. But yeah, honestly, when it comes to Super Bowl and everything, to end it real quick, I'll talk slight little bit about it. So playing for Thursday, like I said, when it comes to Super Bowl, I'm giving out everything I have bet-wise. I'm pretty much to the point where I think I'm fully 100% on the Chiefs. I don't mind if the 49ers win at all. Obviously, I would not mind it at all. I think it'd be pretty cool if the 49ers won, but for the most part, I'm going to be on the Chiefs, I think. I just think that they are... I just don't want to bet against Mahomes, let's be honest. I just don't want to bet against Mahomes. So pretty much Thursday, obviously you guys know I'm going to be on the Chiefs now. But Thursday, I'm talking burning through. If it's not Super Bowl news, I'm not talking about it. I'll save that news for... If it's not important news, like if it's... A lot of this stuff today, if it was the Super Bowl, day I was talking about Super Bowl today, I probably wouldn't have said a lot of that stuff. A lot of that stuff's a lot more of the off-season talk. Thursday, like I said, all Super Bowl. Anything that we can talk about Super Bowl. From bets, leans, how I think stuff's going to go. That's pretty much going to be all Thursday's about. Like I said, I got a little paper full of stuff that I've been keeping up with. I have already a lot of bets placed. I have a little paper now that I've been adding some stuff to that I'm about to put on the official bet sheet. It's going to be a great one, man. I got a lot that I've been looking forward to. A lot that I'm very excited for because, man, it's the last game of the season. I make the joke. I've been trying to get every dollar I can. That's the goal for this one. There's some stuff I've really found that I like. I'm excited, man. I don't know how to put it in better words. I am truthfully excited for what's about to be coming this season with the Super Bowl. And pretty much I'll probably do it for today. Like I said, I think today's going to be a bit of a smaller episode. I have no issue at all making it smaller because I'm not going to lie, I'm going to pour my heart out into the Super Bowl one. So I don't want to say that I'm just kind of taking this one off and kind of BSing. But no, I'm honestly, I probably am going to call it for today. Plans for the summer. Like I said, plans for March Madness and all that. So pretty much I'm going to talk to my boy Rowan. My goal is gonna be might go back to Wednesday nights. Wednesday nights seem to work for him decently well. I got some stuff changed with my schedule now, so we'll have to see. But my goal is I'm gonna try to record at least with him once a week now, especially into the off season. So that way it's just like another episode of content because he's a big basketball, baseball guy. So he's gonna be following those sports a lot more closely than I am. So having him on at least once a week, if not at least once every other week, so he can keep us up to date. That's the plan for the summer. Especially for college basketball, my plan is to have him on every week. He's been killing the scene. Last time we talked about it, he was about 160 and like 80 something for his record. That's pretty good. Yeah, he's been killing the game. So I'm gonna obviously try to have him on, talk a little bit more March Madness, pretty much until the Madness, and then I'll obviously by myself on my Tuesdays still talk about NFL news, still bring up all that. But with NFL dead in the off season, I'm not gonna say it's gonna take like a back seat to some stuff, but obviously since the season's freshly over, there's not gonna be like too much to look forward to other to the draft. And the draft is going to be full of BS season, so that's going to be the fun of swimming through some of the BS of like, ooh, is this real? Are they actually trying to do this? So it's pretty much what it's going to be a lot of. It's kind of just like analyzing the draft a little bit, what's going to be happening with the draft, analyze the moves that teams are making, while a lot of the focus will be on what is happening in the March Madness scene. And I won't lie, every year I plan to not talk about the NBA playoffs too much, but the Miami Heat made 2 deep runs both years that I did it. I don't know if I'll talk too much NBA. I'm not going to lie to you this year. This has probably been the least amount I've followed the NBA, and each year feels like I follow it less and less and less. Like, I'm still keeping up to date with some stuff. I'm still looking at some stuff. Obviously, I still have the information about the NBA, but, like, visually watching-wise, this is probably the least amount I've watched the NBA in my whole life, which is just a lot to think about, man. But, yeah, like I said, so pretty much that's the plan for the summer, or going up until, like, pretty much till April. This is pretty much the plan for April, is have my boy Rowan on to at least once a week hopefully talk about some college basketball and talk about some stuff that's going on. We'll have to see, though. I need to see what his schedule looks like, what mine looks like. We'll try to find a day for it, so I can't guarantee what day it'll be yet. I'll still figure that out. And then, yeah, we'll talk pretty much March Madness till April, and then I'll have him on to talk baseball occasionally here and there. And then it's going to just be another off-season of just talking about storylines from the season, some expectations for next season. It's going to be fun, man. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, Thursday, all Super Bowl, all the time. I know today was just kind of like a filler in a little bit. Like, I just wanted to at least get something out there. So, talk a little bit of NFL, get it prepped up. Because, yeah, and just let everybody know, like, I'm getting ready, man. Like I said, 90% done with all my Super Bowl bets and everything Super Bowl lane-wise, so I'm going to finish all that tonight and tomorrow, and then we're going to come out Thursday soaring, talking Super Bowl bets, anything Super Bowl you could like, and whatever thing you could need. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. I will see everybody back in this feed on Thursday to talk some Super Bowl.